To see a local LA kid, give back to his community.
I mean, that's what's really important. I mean, a lot of times when people take like large metropolitan areas, you think that somebody else has it. Somebody else is going to take care of it. Somebody else will do the job. But Oscar has a story that where he came from here, he came up, made something of himself, and not only just in his business, but beyond his business when he became a promoter and a businessman. These are the kind of things that the young people need to see. Those kind of images, and the fact that it's not about just self-preservation, that he uses his platform, his celebrity, to be able to help others out, and that's what it's all about.
The final question: who's the boxer out there that got your attention, man?
I don't know. Like I like Crawford. I still like to watch Terrence Crawford. I don't know if this Triple G Canelo fight gonna be what it's supposed to be, but we gonna go because Oscar want me to come. We gonna be there. We gonna see what's up. But the boxing world is really great right now. It's like it's people that are making small moves, and so you're starting to get some people that are making some names for themselves.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Big up, man.
Speaking of Crawford, he fights this Saturday against Australian Jeff Horn.
Jeff Horn. I'm thinking about an old school. I don't know. I've never seen Jeff Horn fight. Is he all right?
Against Pacquiao, he beat Pacquiao in Pacquiao's last fight.
Well, I beat Pacquiao. Who didn't beat Pacquiao in his last fight? I beat Pacquiao in his last fight. What the hell is going on with Pacquiao right now? No, but it's like, hey Manny, what? He fell out. No. But this is, when I look for that, because I thought that Crawford, lately just never was like this kind of even competition. Didn't feel like it, so I look forward for a good fight right there. I'd never seen this kid, so I'm gonna have to look forward to that.
Canelo Triple G, you mentioned it.
Yeah.
It happens in September. How do you see the fight happening, having watched the first fight?
I always liked Canelo's, like when he's coming up, I loved his size, and I thought that, this fight would have been something that I would have expected to see, for him to be able to dominate. Triple G is, he's a fighter that, he definitely hits hard, but it's one of those it's one of those things where I feel like if you were taller and more powerful, you can get this guy. And so I was a little disappointed that I didn't feel like Canelo was able to capture that, and so, but sometimes when you fight a guy for the first time, it takes that, and he's a true pro. Everybody know Triple G is legit, so it's one of those things where the next time I'm in the ring with him, I'll have to trust some of these other skill sets that I have. So that's what I kind of expect for this second fight. So as you said, still. Oh shit! Speaking of Triple G. Okay. All right. Yeah, that would have been cold. I'd have been knocked out from the back when that happened.
They're trying to take you out before you
they don't want none of me on this golf course.
What did you make of the tainted meat story from Canelo when he said it was tainted meat, not beef things?
We've all had it, guys. All I can say, you just got me. I just left Cabo, so you don't test me today. That's all I'm saying. I didn't know. I'll use that excuse if somebody had to test me. Oh God, the tainted meat. No, I don't know. I didn't even hear that, but that's it can, man. When you think about drug testing, sometimes a lot of it's these very small things that happen. People put things in food. It's all these little you take an aspirin, you don't realize that it's got something in it. It's very thin lines, but you do want people to be on a fair fighting ground. That's the one thing about that sport for sure. So, I wouldn't think that would be a Canelo thing. Like I always, he seemed like an honorable guy, like a dude that came up to, his family's brother around. You kind of like, I don't see like you would want that edge, but at any rate, cut it off, get it right. Don't have nobody that's cheating. When you fight boxing, you just want it to be heads up, win or lose. But like most cases, we want you to be we want you to fight. Even if you lose, be a G out there, and everybody's still gonna love you. Like if you lost, you'd be like, yo, dog, he went hard though. But not if you was cheating. That's different.
So Wilder
that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna say, this guy's coming with a hard question. I'm gonna still roll with Deontay Wilder on this one. I don't know though, man. Damn. Joshua's hot. That's a good one right there. I want to think about that one.
Cedric, it seems like you're pro Canelo. We asked Don Cheeto earlier about the Canelo Golovkin situation. He kind of mocked Canelo by saying he should change his diet. What do you make of that as an actor, like fellow actor mocking Canelo? He's a fighter. He's the one that gets in the ring, risks his life, and he's getting mocked by fans, actors.
Yeah, say, hey man, you get a an accusation that you was trying to move the meter a little bit, cheat on one side. Those are the things you got to fight off. The joke's gonna come. It don't mean nothing. All you gotta do is be resilient this next time. You only as good as your last fight. All that stuff, that's gonna happen. That's the fodder that gets in the game. People gonna have jokes and point of view about it. They gonna have their angles. People gonna think that he really did it or not. So I give him the benefit of the doubt that again, if he said it was tainted meat, I love it. I love a good excuse.
Who wins in a fight? Push it here. Wow.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the dude with the braids from '87. I think that seemed like the obvious one. Drake's a tall dude though, you know what I'm saying? But he's Canadian, and I think he's not a hockey player Canadian. He's not that kind of tough, So if he was a hockey player Canadian, I'd be like, well, you gonna get your ass whooped.
Did he go too far with that, didn't he?
I thought the 40 thing was too much. I mean, the rap itself was hard. It definitely was something that I always say that in rap they battle just like boxers. They go hard. People don't have necessary limitations. He did some research. I kind of felt like it was a lot of things in there that was like, surprised people love Drake. Drake is one of, he's a big international star, one of the best rappers, songs, hits. You can't really doubt that. He had never really quite been backed up against a wall before. So I think that's good for him. That's kind of my same point. Like for Drake, he's gonna have to grow from this. It's not like it's negative, but the fact that somebody finally pushed him up against the wall and pushed him up against the lockers going down Senior Hall, he was like, oh shit.
So who's your favorite fighter of all time? Lastly, your new show is called Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Who's more neighborhood, Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder?
Deontay Wilder. From the hood, I know. Yeah.
Define it. What's neighborhood?
I mean, really it's just about somebody that you recognize, that you can recognize their spirit, you see their attitude. They have this thing that they got to scrap and fight and get from something to nothing, and you kind of see that spirit and that personality, Deontay Wilder is that, he gives you that, he gives you that southern thing that I recognize, that's all, So
he does, he's very original, genuine, but he caught some heat for visiting the White House. Donald Trump just pardoned Jack Johnson, one of the greatest fighters to ever step into the ring. He pardoned him. Deontay Wilder was there for the ceremony.
Yeah.
He caught some heat. Is that a little unfair?
Yeah, it's unfair, man. It's unfair. The dude's a pugilist. He's a boxer. He went there. Jack Johnson, one of the great fighters. He's a heavyweight, very, very reminiscent of that whole Deontay Wilder kind of thing. Donald Trump's one of those. He's definitely one of them people. You just can't even stand next to him in a Starbucks line, like literally. Like you'll be villainized if you was just at Chipotle and he was in front of you. Everybody be like, oh, that's who you get your chicken fajitas with. You be like, dog, I didn't even know dude was here. Like, you can't be near this dude. It's just so toxic. And it's unfortunate because, again, Jack Johnson was a great American icon, and a boxer was way before his time with his attitude, with his proudness to be like a real black man. Like when none of that was going around, Jack Johnson would walk in a place like, I ain't doing no back doors, none of that. Like, so you gotta for them to be finally pardoned and recognized, you can't fault a boxer for being there for that day.
Who's your favorite fighter of all time?
Oh man, that's a good one, man. I'm kind of I like big hard hits. I'm in between Mike Tyson. I love Ali, of course. I grew up on Sugar Ray. So that whole era, but probably my favorite fight. I got weird fighters. I love the Lexus Arguello and shit. I got weird fighters I like though. But it's in that range of guys that had dope boxing skills and had hard punches. I like to see people punch hard. Larry Holmes had the most interesting jab in boxing. I felt like he was underrated because he was he didn't necessarily have a boxer's body kind of thing, just look like your uncle out there, but that jab was so strong, man. You're just oh, I love somebody that got a punch that'll just catch you off guard, and you just oh, is my lip bleeding? So I don't know. I don't know how to. I can't qualify it right now as my all-time favorite boxer right now. Rocky? No. He won in a lot of movies, didn't he? No.
You're an actor, sometimes actors are offered.
But in movies, they'll shoot me. There's angles. You guys know how to do it. Maybe you look taller right now. It's good, man. I'm rock out.
Thank you, Cedric.
What a handsome dog. What's that?
Oh my God. Good to see you.
Oh my God, what's that?
Last time I saw you, I was blacked out. I saw him in Mexico.
I know, right?
We're on a